Welcome to the Missouri Woods and Water podcast. We're going to change it up a little bit. Everybody's going to introduce themselves because there's just too much.
There's a lot of. We got a full house tonight.
Yeah, full house. So we'll start on my dealer side left. Tom, you start us off, man.
Yeah, Tom Modine.
How's it going? Modin. That's what I had in my head.
Yeah.
Jake Kerouac. Brandon Scarborough.
Sexy. Hi, I'm Nate.
Yeah. And
Jesse Bunger.
And then we got Jesse.
Yeah, so Jesse's been on our show before. These three guys are all new, I guess, for the show. But tonight's show that we're recording, we're going to talk about the Missouri Disabled Sportsmen, specifically the Missouri Disabled Sportsmen annual coyote hunt that we did, which is year number
4.
Year number 4 actually hunting, or 4 since it started?
4 since it started.
And then
third
the one year we had to cancel.
Because of weather.
Weather sometimes gets you, but
and then it didn't rain.
yeah, that was the best part. Well, because you canceled on Wednesday or decently early. You're like it's hitting.
But they were calling for it like hardcore.
Yeah, 80% or
chance.
better.
Yeah. It was going to rain on Wednesday.
Or was that Pete? Did Pete cancel? I can't remember.
I called it.
Was it you? Okay.
Me left it up to me, but yeah, I called it.
And I think it was like night before because I was supposed to go there. It was like Thursday night, Brandon. I got the call.
Maybe it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, we're not going to do it.
3 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, but so anyway, just to kind of give some background, Brandon, what do you do for Missouri Disabled Sportsmen?
I am a board of director.
Ooh, you are the board of director.
Not the board of director, a board of director.
How many board of directors are there?
8.
Okay.
8. When we first started doing stuff with MDS, it was Pete and Brandon. Those were the 2 people we knew, and that's kind of still I guess the case. Tom, how did you become involved with MDS?
I'm just a mentor.
Sure, you're one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just show up and do
And
5-6 events a year.
Cook some freaking good stuff.
Oh, dude, that stuff was awesome.
I told
That's
my
why we
wife
keep him
about it
around.
when we got home.
Yep.
I was like, hey, you know how you don't like deer? I could get you to like deer, but Tom would have to cook it. In fact, I made steaks that night or the night after. Can't remember which, and both my sons wanted a deer steak, so she got them out a little late. I did the best I could with them, and something happened, and both the boys, well, one of the boys, I didn't realize that there was some silver skin still on it, and he ate it, and so he got grossed out. And then the other one said he bit into something nasty. I don't know if it's just him hearing from the other kid, and then he got in his head, so I had to finish the steaks. They were fine. But and they weren't what were they? They weren't tenderloin or backstrap. They were
Tenderloin is
round steak,
backstrap.
maybe.
Yeah, probably round. Yep.
Yeah, around. Well, some of the round.
Yep.
But anyway, so that's Tom, mentor. That's kind of like me and Micah, and then obviously Jesse owns Explicit Outdoors and is also a mentor.
Yep.
And then Jake got stuck with me and Micah this year, and he's one of the MDS hunters.
Yep. Scarred for life.
Vertically impaired.
That was the best part. Like, we'll tell the story, but I got to be like, you short motherfucker.
All the time. Vertically challenged.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah.
That's why Brandon hangs out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about the shortest one in the room.
But, yeah, that's so, I mean, this so far is the only thing that, Missouri Woods and Water has been involved in with Missouri Disabled Sportsmen. I remember when you guys were talking about doing a coyote hunt, it's kind of the last thing that you have tried, if that makes sense. Like, you do pretty much everything else.
Yep.
But that was always one that was maybe
It just hung out there.
logistically harder.
Nobody took it.
Yeah, and we're like, dude, we would love to try to figure that out, help you guys with it. And I remember Pete, thinking of the idea, and then, the first year we just kind of winged it. And I think we did some thermal stuff a little bit that night.
I mean, that was when thermals were first coming out. So
Yeah.
not everybody had
It was
one,
rough.
and then-
It was rough, yeah. Although we had fun, it was still, a lot of funny stories. I remember, sitting out in the middle of the day, and you look over and our dude's dead asleep, or whatever. It was fun. So, so tell us, give us, MDS's 30,000-foot pitch. Like, what do you guys design to do? What do you do? How do you do it? That sort of stuff.
It's pretty simple. We take mobility impaired youth and terminally ill youth. We get them out for shooting sports and outdoor events, hunting, fishing, target shooting, you name it.
Yep.
We pretty much cover the board.
And how do you raise money?
A lot of our funding comes from fundraising, but more local skilled trades unions
Okay.
is
yeah.
where I'd say probably 70% of our funding comes from.
A lot of straight up donation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We do get some grants from different organizations, but most of it is sponsorships for our fundraising events that come from companies and union workers.
Yeah. Now, if somebody still wanted to donate and help out MDS, though, they could do that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So, how can they, if they want to, how can they get a hold of MDS? Website,
Website, Missouri Disabled Sportsmen.org. You can donate through there. There's a link on the website.
Yeah.
Or you can try and contact us through Facebook, and we can get you headed in the right direction.
Yeah. And if you're somebody that's listening that you do want to do that and you can't figure it out, reach out to us. We'll get you in the right spot.
Yeah, and always let them know it's 100% volunteer.
100%.
Everything
Nobody
is,
is
yeah.
paid in the organization. Everything goes back to provide those accesses to our mobility impaired and youth hunters.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what's cool about the organization is, you know, I mean, you guys have, what, 4 track chairs now?
8. I
8?
believe. Is it
6 or 8?
6 or 8. I mean, we're,
So you've doubled since the first
Yeah.
4 you bought.
Yeah.
I mean, those track chairs are not cheap.
nope.
You got to trailer them. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's not like they last 400 years when you get them. We were talking about, so Jake is interesting. He owns his own track chair.
Yep.
So we were talking to him about his, and, you know, like the warranties on these things kind of suck. And, you know, you're already starting to have a motor go out, and it's not even 2 years old.
Yep.
You know, and these track chairs, especially for what we're doing, like with the coyote hunting, I don't know what y'all do, but like we
It's
hiked
necessary.
almost a mile on one of our sets last Saturday, and how are you going to do it otherwise?
Yep.
There is no other way.
They're important.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to do what, you know, us with legs,
Yep.
working legs do, right?
Yep. That's
And-
how I hike.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was fun too because I didn't have to like try to catch up to Andy the entire time. It was just like, thank God, this is so much better.
Yeah,
Sound
they
like a
go
leader.
everywhere, but they don't go fast.
Nope.
No, they don't, and they're not that loud.
No.
Say everywhere, though.
Well, that's true.
Not all.
We did get one stuck.
The first year we went out, we got one stuck for a little bit. We had to.
Was that when I was gone?
Yeah, you were gone. It was. I mean, it was muddy and stuff.
Yeah, it was. I remember.
I mean, they're like little tanks.
Yep.
They're on tracks and.
Best way to say it's a wheelchair and a skid steer combo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on freaking tracks. It looks like these new tractors, they're on tracks. They're skid steers, you know. I mean, it's just,
They're amazing.
it's a beast of a thing. I mean, first year I remember just kind of looking at it like, okay. And then you would watch it just go over corn stalks and all this other shit and
Yeah,
no problems.
Cross ditches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the culvert we went over this year with yours, you know, you kind of, and the entire time I'm like, he's going to fall out. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you're more likely to fall out of it before that thing tips over.
Right.
I've
Yeah, so-
actually tried.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
No. Yeah, I've gone over like 18-inch culverts just straight up and down, just bucked it. I more fell out more than anything.
But honestly, what we've enjoyed the most, and you know, Tom, Jesse, Brandon not only is a board member, he also is a high participant, and he's always volunteering his time. He was one of the ones taking mobility impaired person out this weekend or last weekend as well. So he is, very important
Involved.
to the organization. But what we like about it, and like I said, everybody chime in here. You get to meet people, whether they're folks in wheelchairs or not, that you might not have met otherwise. And so that's the whole volunteer side of it that is rewarding for us. And then trying to involve yourself as somebody who is on the other side of it, I guess, can be rewarding too. Because I kind of feel like we're going to be friends for a while.
Yeah.
Like next year, we call dibs on him. That's what I'm saying. If he gets drawn, I guess.
He asked not to have you.
I don't care. He is getting us.
Like specifically.
He said, just Nate. Mike is fine.
Yeah.
There's some questionable questions there.
Well, as an organization, we like to pride ourselves on the camaraderie, number one.
Yeah.
It's a family. The day you walk in, Tom can attest to this. Jake can also. I remember when Jake showed up, first time 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
It's been about that, yeah.
I didn't realize he was new to the organization. I thought he'd always been here. The way everybody was talking to him and catching up with him.
Yeah.
We pride ourselves in the family atmosphere.
Yeah. Tom, what makes you enjoy it so much? Like,
Well, like Brandon said, it's it's like going to deer camp. The same deer camp you've been to for 20 years straight. Everybody sees everybody from all over the state. We gather people from every corner of the state, even out of state, volunteers and our hunters, and everybody knows everybody. And when there is a new person, whether that's a new volunteer or a new mobility impaired person or one of our youths, everybody attaches to them, everybody's talking to them, makes them feel as part of the family, and nobody is left out. If you leave one of the events feeling poorly about that, I don't know what to say. It's horrible. The first time I ever went, it was one of those I'm always going.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone is. I mean, this year I was lucky enough to have opportunity to go. I've been to almost every event, almost every 2 to 3 weeks I'm at some type of event, whether it's, duck, deer, coyotes, whatever they can, we're getting out. It's awesome.
Are you doing something this weekend?
Last weekend we did
last
pheasant.
weekend, that's
Yep,
right.
We did
we're
pheasant.
2 weeks out.
Yep.
Yeah. How was that?
It was fun. It's always a good time out there at Duckhorn again, out there pheasant hunt, and that was that continental shoot's fun.
Was that dude we saw out in the field still there?
Nope.
Just hanging out?
No, hanging out, no disappearing.
It's just a dude in orange just like appeared out of nowhere right before dark.
That's handy.
I don't think we told anybody. He just stayed out in the field. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is that down there?
I don't know if he was a really bad poacher or he was somebody. I don't know. I mean,
Never wear orange when you poach.
right. Exactly.
Hey, nobody asked questions.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, he must be here. He's wearing orange.
I mean, I have my binos out like, is that really a person that I'm seeing?
Yeah.
But what about you, Jesse? How'd you get started with? I don't remember. I mean, you were before us.
It was, the first year was just daylight, wasn't it? Was it before thermal?
Well, technically, yes, but we brought the thermals.
No, you
Right.
could. It was thermal season.
It was thermal season, but I'm saying we didn't. There was no plans
There
to
was
do
no
any thermal
thermal
hunting.
portion of it.
We
Right.
did go down to the bottom of the driveway
Yeah,
and try to
just
do
messed around with them and
a
stuff.
sit or so.
Yeah.
We did it in March the first year, and that was a mistake.
Yeah,
we did it
late in the
mid-March.
year. Yeah,
it actually
after-
popped up on my memories on Facebook a couple
Yeah.
days ago.
Yeah, and I think that's when we talked about trying to move it back. That way, it wasn't towards the end of thermal season.
Right.
Everything had been blown out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the deal for me too. You know, what I mean, like, you just got to think like us. We can jump in the truck, throw our guns in the back seat, and go hunt coyotes whenever. You know, these guys get one chance a year, maybe
a couple days.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe a couple chances a year if they're lucky. You know, like, and that's the only option they got. You know, so that's what I think's cool about it.
Yeah. Well, and even like some of the spots we go to, I mean, we had to like change what we were doing a few times because what we think is no big deal, like hopping a gate,
Right.
he
exactly.
can't do.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
like the one we went on where all the tires were behind
Yep.
the gate, we're
Yep.
like, well, I guess we got a freaking pivot on this one.
Yeah.
We went in a different spot.
And that's the hardest part for us, because we want them to, no matter whether you kill coyotes or not, it's still a successful hunt, But we want to do everything we can to get these guys on coyotes, and you know how it is, coyote hunting, tournament hunting, whatever. You hunt the wind. So I've got 20,000 acres of coyote ground, and then it's a north wind or whatever that cuts it in a quarter. So now we're
Right.
down to 5,000 acres, and 3,000 acres got gates and fences and stuff. So you're trying to pick the few places that you can get them in and get a good success with, But like, we're all worried about the killing the coyotes, and they're just glad
They just
to be
wanna be
there.
there.
You know what I mean? Like,
They just wanna
don't-
be in the middle of
Right,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the camaraderie is a lot of it. Just
Right.
hanging out with the boys. I mean, we don't get that opportunity, like you say. You can't just
Exactly.
hop fences and go. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we get that with you guys and do that. And it's been a lot. I mean, meeting Mike Scullin 3 years ago, he's the first guy that I went out with. Now I go to deer camp with him last year. So just outside of the event. So, you become a family after this and
sure.
create those opportunities. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
everyone's
you
looking
took
at
my
you.
spot.
Yep, I did.
Same height, if he's in his chair.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Do you feel like if there wasn't an organization like this where you got the opportunity to go do some things that maybe would be harder for you to do, you were asking about like permission and stuff when we were hunting, but like, do you think you would be as involved in the outdoors? I mean, you seem pretty serious, but what do you think it'd be like if, something like this didn't exist for you?
For me, no, I don't get out unless I'm going with these events for the most part, or somebody that I've met from these events. So, I mean, that creates that. I mean, there's the want to do it, but, where to start, where to go, and all the access
Right.
becomes even, going up to somebody's door to knock to get access. They got stairs.
Yeah.
I'm limited. Can't
Throw,
go.
threw a rock through the
Yeah.
window. It did not go well.
Yeah. So there's those things. I mean, and like for me, I'm not home with my brothers when I'm in Utah. My brother's around, and we've done a few things, but even then, availability. But so.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of new to hunting to begin with, aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't start getting into hunting until really after my accident and my injury, and even then, it was in a group out in Utah that really got me started. Did a couple of little farm ram hunts, and then it just kind of escalated from there.
Yeah.
Well, now
like-
you're broke.
Yep, exactly. yep. To this year,
Like
where
the rest of us.
And you lived in Salt Lake, like the mecca of like buying shit.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but so this, I mean, obviously we were talking a lot, when we were hunting. So we hunted together Friday night, Saturday, and then we went back at it Saturday night to try to get you a dog.
Yep.
And so we did a lot of talking, through our driving and just walking or whatever.
Yep.
And I think it's pretty natural when I see someone in a wheelchair. I'm like, I wonder how he got there. Was he born that way? What happened? So we asked you what happened.
Yep.
We asked you a lot of questions.
Some inappropriate ones.
So and that's
Usually everyone's timid to ask a few questions, and once they find out they can ask anything they want, then the floodgates open and everything comes out. Nothing's off limits, so it's fun.
And then
that's-
you can tell the
that,
jokes.
That
Yep,
comes
yep.
from the camaraderie. I even remember we stopped to get fuel, and you park, and Mike is like, "I guess I'll get out and pump it."
Yep, and it's like, well, you got to get out and get my chair, so either way, you're getting out.
Just like you'd been friends for 20 years, right?
Yep.
But so, you just kind of think about those things. So, I mean, if you feel comfortable telling it, like half your life you've not been in a wheelchair.
Yep.
Now half of it you have been.
Yep.
So, what happened?
So I'll be 40 in April, and then I'll be 20 years, and my 20-year anniversary is this year. In September will be my 20-year anniversary in a chair. So essentially, half my life in it, half my life out. So Labor Day of 2006 is when my accident happened. Went out with some friends riding four-wheelers and just kind of cruising. I don't know. I wasn't like jumping. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I mean, I was going fast, but wasn't getting crazy necessarily on it.
You were being a 20-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. I was 20 years old at the time. And then I blacked out during the actual accident, so I was out like 30 seconds or so it happened. And I remember cruising down the trail, and I remember coming to, and there just being like dust and kind of like the sparkles because of the sunshine and everything. And then doing one of these, oh, crap, hit my legs, and then just, that's my legs, but I can't feel that. So panic sets in initially. Actually, I really didn't panic too much. I was pretty calm, which is kind of weird. Everyone tells me, like, you're just calm through. I was like, yeah. I just knew what to do. So I was wearing a helmet. So if I wasn't wearing a helmet, definitely would have been worse off or dead.
Yeah.
'Cause there was
Wouldn't be
big
talking to you right now.
Yep, big old skid mark down the front of it where I slid on it or whatever. Peeled that off, threw it up on the trail, and then watched the group I was with, because when I was going, I was with a group, but I was just the last guy. So none of them noticed or whatever at the time. Watched them go by, but I'm 50 yards down the trail, so yelling at them, they're not going to hear anything.
Right. Engines running.
Yep, exactly. Somebody else come by, saw my helmet, told them kind of where they saw me, luckily, waving my hand, send them to where I was at, and someone was there within, 20 minutes. Ambulance was there within probably 2 hours. Life Flight was in there within 3, and I was in the hospital within 6 about at that point. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I knew right away I was going to school for physical therapy. It's what I wanted to do. So I knew right away, like, there's a small chance I'm walking again, but more than likely I'm paralyzed. And just kind of accepted it from that point on. And that was, even going through rehab, like, that was a big mental thing of it and seeing other people in rehab with it, is either accepting it or not accepting it. The sooner you accepted it, the easier life was, because you just got to move on, deal with it.
Not changing it.
Yeah.
Well, I've talked about your story probably a dozen times since we hunted with you. Just my wife, family members. We talked about it at her mom and dad's supper last night. And, I told the story probably wrong about when you threw your helmet up onto the trail.
Yeah.
And the way I told it was if he wouldn't have got lucky and the helmet didn't land in the middle of the trail, I don't know that we'd be talking to him today.
Yeah, 100% probably.
But,
I mean, honestly, big man was looking out upstairs because it was probably a 50, 60-yard toss, and I'm just
And
on
that
my
thing
back.
landed right in the middle of the trail.
And it was literally in the middle of the trail because I just watched a guy come up and he stopped in the middle of the trail. Like, what was going on?
And then you started, yelling.
Yep.
That's
And then
crazy.
I literally watched him pick it up and kind of look around like, this is weird.
Yeah,
And then-
what's this doing out
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Free helmet.
Yep, exactly.
That wouldn't have been some shit. He just,
Yep.
welp.
Yeah. So
With MDS, is there? He obviously half his life. Like, is there a number of like how many have just were born that way, or how many have had accidents or anything like that?
Ooh, I don't
does
know.
anybody know?
That's hard because we have
50-50?
Yeah, I would say
Maybe
50-50, but
60-40 that have been injury versus, congenital.
Okay.
So I'd say more 60-40. And then we have some people that have had some neuro issues that
Strokes.
are neurocognitive issues later in
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
in their 40s up to 60s.
yeah.
That type of deal.
I've watched a guy that when he first showed up, he had a stroke. I don't know how long ago. I don't know if I can say his name or
5
not.
years
But
ago, yeah.
when I first met him, he was nonverbal.
He could say yes and fuck.
yeah,
Because
the
I
important ones.
hunt with him a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
At the deer hunt this year, I had a full blown
I mean,
conversation with
those
him.
aren't the two worst words in the world.
You can communicate with anybody with those words.
I mean, in my vocabulary, yes.
Fuck.
Right. Fuck. I sat and had a full blown conversation with him, and 4 or 5 years ago, it was 2 words. His mom is very involved. She comes with him. I've never seen him without his mother. He's basically his caregiver now.
Mm-hmm.
She has testimony to the leaps and bounds that he's come. Didn't want to go to his therapy. Didn't want anything to do with it. Just is accepting this is just the way I am. And he started showing up at MDS events, and it turned it around.
Yeah. And he hunted beforehand.
Yes, very avid hunter.
He hunted a lot prior, and it was a couple down years, and then found us and started hunting. Is more of a deer hunter. Still loves to deer hunt, and got to shoot some deer for the first time ever, and has increased his vocabulary. He does all of his therapies. I mean, just things have been great for him.
Yeah. And going back to kind of what Jesse says, you guys get so worried about the harvest is like, we just want to be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still pisses me off.
Oh yeah,
It hung me up.
Which
big
is why
time.
we want you next year, because I'm like,
we gotta make it up. To
Well, if you just done it this year,
We had our opportunity.
Hey,
he'll tell his story.
to be fair, it wasn't our fault.
you're gonna pin it on him.
We learned some
think-
stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which we will use next year.
I think
which
if
we'll
I
talk
heard-
about when we get to
If
our
I heard
hunt.
right, Scarborough couldn't have seen it either, right?
Well, that was a
height
different. That was a
issue.
different coyote. Which that one was fun. We'll get to that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just I look at myself, and if I stopped being able to do anything I wanted to do at any time I wanted to, I could see where not having an outlet to live your life the way you used to or want to would suck. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and like Jake obviously has. We would say thrived since his accident. I mean,
For the most part, I mean,
have-
just like anybody else. I mean, I've had my ups and my
Ups and downs.
downtimes. Just like, I mean, we all go through it.
but
Life happens.
You've gotten married. You've
Yep.
got kids.
Yep.
I mean,
Missed a turkey 3 times.
Yes.
I'm seeing a pattern.
So it's
It's not just you guys. Yeah.
and so like, it could go one or two ways, and for a lot of people, and that's not just people with this, with mobility impairments or disabilities. It could be people with, alcoholism, short man
Just
syndrome.
depression in
Right here.
general.
What up?
But yeah, I mean, so I don't know. It humbles, when I bitch about my knee hurting. Like we talked about this, I think I've had 4 knee surgeries, and I can complain about my knee all the time. Is it really that big a deal? Like I can still
Right.
hop a fence.
Yeah.
I might fall.
Perspective. It's all perspective.
Yeah, perspective for
The
sure.
funniest thing was last year when we had Josh with us. And Josh is a hoot. Like, we're driving down this foggy, curvy, twisty, hilly road, And Harley's like, Josh, make sure you got your seatbelt on. He's like, you guys need to be wearing your seatbelts. I'm already fucking paralyzed. I lost it. So funny. Like, he's like, I don't got nothing to lose. Wreck us. Like, I don't care.
Yep. I have that same mentality all the time. Still ride 4-wheelers, still get out. I'm like, what's worse that could happen? Get paralyzed?
I'm already there.
Yep.
Yeah. Do your worst.
Yep.
But I mean, so before we get into the coyote hunt, what's some of the other? We kind of talked about it. There's pheasant hunts, deer hunts,
Duck hunts.
what other stuff do you guys
Turkey
put
hunts-
on right
the
now?
turkey hunt's coming up. That'll be our next
Yep.
big event. We'll have 10 to 11 hunters. There'll be 2 mentors. It'll all be on private property just west of Springfield and Aurora, Missouri area. Old school cattle country, big rolling hills with timber blocks. And I think we run 90% kill rate at that.
really?
Very successful turkey hunt.
Very successful. The gentleman that puts it on, Darren and Brad, they are very diligent about getting it scouted out, getting the blinds placed appropriately. I mean, they spend a lot of time. They live in the area, but I mean, they spend a lot of time getting that scouted out, getting access to those properties. It's a great hunt because the women of the church there feed us lunch and dinners. The landowners all come to those dinners. One of them is catered, and the landowners show up, so everybody gets a great big family meal. I mean, we do the same thing at the deer hunt or a doe hunt, antlerless doe hunt in December. What do we run, 30 hunters?
It was north of 30 this year.
Yeah.
30 to 40, usually killing almost 30 antlerless deer per year up at that hunt. Everybody goes home with that deer quartered and put away in their cooler. I mean, it's a huge.
Do you do them all?
A couple years ago, I did almost all of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were out there till what?
I'm just going to
midnight,
show up
1
with my
o'clock.
deer. Hey, Tom, quarter this up for me.
He's so good at it.
Well, he was talking about it. I mean, listen, our processor we use is awesome, and we were talking about how they do it the way that I would want it done,
Yep.
but it's still not you doing it.
Correct.
Still not, you can't control every little aspect. So, I mean, I could see where doing it yourself make you feel a lot better about what you got. But anyway, so there's all kinds of hunts you guys do. We have only been involved in the coyote hunt. Is that the only thing you've
That's
been in
all
with
we've done,
too? And would like to do more. Time is a problem. I mean, hell, I had to say no 2 seasons ago. Andy had to say no this year.
We were barely able to do it this year. Like we were, I mean, obviously, I didn't get there till
Yeah.
after
about 9.
dinner. yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if we didn't have the fellow we had the first night, I forgot his name.
Andrew, wasn't it?
Andrew.
Was it Andrew?
Your guy.
My guy?
Yeah,
Your
guy,
buddy that went with us?
The first night, Friday night, he went with us.
Aaron.
Aaron.
That was it, Aaron.
I mean, I guess we would have been fine because we were both there, but I was there late and we hadn't started hunting yet. But yeah, it's like times where the first year I had to leave Saturday to go to one of my kids' things, and Andy and Micah stayed with the hunter, so that was nice. Plus, we had Pete, so you guys were plenty deep.
Yeah.
But there's those years like if there only one of us can do it, and we can't do it the entire weekend, then the hunter's SOL for half the day or whatever.
Yep.
And so, it does make it harder as far
Not
as schedules.
SOL.
But
We'll put 2 of them on
We'll
one
figure it
hunt if
out.
we have to.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
One thing I do want to say is thank you to the landowners and the
100%.
people that make this possible. Obviously, Duckhorn, that's where we stayed at, and
Duckhorn does a lot for us.
Yeah,
fantastic partner.
Yes.
They've been wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
But you're right. We can't do what we do without the landowners. We only have so much property.
right.
Right.
And coyote hunts, you can't hunt your own property unless you just have thousands and thousands of
Right.
acres. It doesn't happen.
Yeah. So, thank you to all those people that help. They might not be actually doing the work, but they're providing something for sure.
Right, for sure.
That's more than half
kind
of
of
what
the
we
most
need.
important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have anywhere to go, we don't have anything to do.
I mean, because I remember Saturday when was it Saturday after we got done in the morning, we were talking about where the hell are we going to go.
Yep.
We were talking about public land, and we made the decision to drive back up here because we wanted to kill a coyote. And so, it's just, appreciative for sure. And then it makes you think about those properties differently. Now what's funny is when we went hunting the other night, me and you, I looked at those properties
About
from
access.
that aspect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
how can I get somebody
if we came
in here?
Right.
So remember that one we went to that we're like, we can't go because there was nowhere to hop the fence?
Yep.
We hopped that fence and killed a coyote there that night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
But the
Cut the
entire time
fence.
I'm like, I don't know where we'd get him in here.
Yep.
Like that gate, you ain't moving that gate. That gate's growed over.
Yep.
So
That
like,
was-
we're not hunting there.
a few of our spots, that's the same way. You know, I mean, I had some spots that were really good that I really wanted to take our guy, but it was going to be 600-700 yard trek in there and out. And I was like, man, I don't want to run this battery dead on this thing
On one
in
stand,
the
yeah.
first 3
We did
hours
that.
of the night. Well, we did that the first year during the daytime deal. We were actually driving around town with
A generator.
in the bed of the truck, plugged into the chair, stopped, ate lunch, had our guy inside. We just hung out at the restaurant for like an hour and a half while this chair's charging, and then we took off again.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
but-
it.
That's a great idea, though.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should have done that while we were eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had to go back and charge it because
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, that was our deal, you know. Like we go from Urick all the way up to Harrisonville, so I mean, even if you guys got an extra chair, by the time we go back down there, swap chairs or whatever, you know. So we were trying to think of, like we talked about, out of the thousands of acres that we got, you take the wind direction into consideration. Now you're in a quarter. You take the gates into consideration. Now we're trying to think of, okay, what places can we pull over, unload this chair, go 100 yards at the most, set up, call, and if we don't do any good, load it back up and move on.
You have to factor it in, especially on a coyote hunt.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it's not a deer hunt where you go into a blind. You can go 600-700
Right.
yards and then you sit
that's
for
where
4
you're
or
at.
5 hours
Yeah.
and you stay. It works for that. It's hard on a coyote hunt to
Right.
make it all come together.
And like we humped it on that night that we took our guy out. I mean, taking somebody in a track chair with a trailer, getting them in and out of the truck, we still made like 8 stands. And
That's moving.
Yeah,
that's moving.
fantastic.
You're talking about Friday night.
Friday
You
night.
guys went all night.
Yeah, we
right?
hunted all night.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, you guys wore Zittle clean out.
I know. And see, that's the thing. Like, and me and Harley both had plans Saturday evening and stuff. And he asked me at like 5 o'clock, or it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Our guy Mike. He's like, "We're not going to hunt tonight," and I'm like, "Dude, you're not going to want to hunt tonight. Trust me." And
He wanted to hunt.
and
'Cause
he's
he
like-
called me.
well, he's like, "Well, are we going to hunt today?" And I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, this far in thermal season, I said, daytime's not really going to be that great. I was like,
And then the one dude that killed.
we'll see what happens. And so we go back to the lodge, and I was, are you going to take a nap? He's like, I'm going to bed. And he went in there, and he was asleep for, how long did you sleep?
It was afternoon time.
2:30.
Yeah.
It was late, and I was like,
Because he texted us wanting to know if you guys were going back to look for the one that he whiffed.
yeah.
After you came back
Yeah.
and looked at the
Yeah.
footage.
Yeah.
Are they going to go look for that? And it was like 2 or 3 when he texted.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I did. I never found it. It looks like he hit it in that video. I mean, it really does. But I mean, it could have got in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
But I went out the next day in the daytime. Well, the next
Tried to find it.
Sunday and tried to find it and couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I went back and watched our video. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your reaction was spot on.
Yeah.
Yep. It straight up whiffed.
Yep.
Which we'll get into. But so you get there Friday night, 5:30 or so is when you and dinner was. I did not eat dinner, but you guys had dinner. Did you cook it?
I did.
My gosh.
None of the rest of us are cooking that good.
no.
No.
I heard it was amazing. I got, did I eat Jimmy John's or freaking Firehouse on the way out of Warrensburg? I can't remember. I wish I'd have just drove the hour and ate what you made. But so Friday night, y'all got there, had dinner, and then we all went out. So y'all went out with
There was 4 or 5 hunters. Was there 4 hunters?
4.
Four.
Yeah.
Yep.
4.
Y'all went out with your guy, which was you and your son-in-law.
Well, I didn't go. I stayed back.
Oh, you stayed back. Okay.
You stayed back. So me, our guy Gabe, Tom's son-in-law Chase, and my oldest son McLean went out.
Okay.
And Tom stayed back. 4's a lot. 5's too many.
5's a lot of.
I have enough
We did
room
that
in the
that first
truck.
year.
So
Yeah.
Tom was going to have to ride in the trailer. We went out, did 2 stands real quick. Dogs showed up on both of them. Skittish. Just stayed in the tree line. Mm-hmm. I'm a firm believer if you can't completely identify the dog and you can see a house close, we don't take that shot in the tree line. So unfortunately, we walked away empty-handed Saturday or Friday night. Mm-hmm. But we were still out till almost 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I think we got back about 1:30 or 2, right?
No, we got back before they did.
Yeah.
We were first ones back.
Oh, because we hunted closest, I think, didn't we not?
Yeah, I think you guys had a little
Did you
bit of
guys drive a little bit?
Yeah, we
Friday
went
night?
45 minutes
Yeah,
for
we
our
were
first stand.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we burned all our spots out that night.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do that night?
Harley
And you went all night, so this
Harley
is
went
pretty
to
much your
Urick.
thing.
Yeah, Harley went to Urick and picked our guy up, had dinner and everything. I was at a basketball game until
Samesies.
9 o'clock. He met me in Harrisonville, at 9 o'clock. We switched everything over to my truck, took off, and like I said, I think we made 8 stands.
And I mean, that's doing something.
Hunted hard. I mean, there's a lot of people that I know that will tournament hunt. I mean,
and only do 8
not
a whole day.
Exactly, not mobility impaired. You know, and that's like we could have done 4 or 5 hours Friday night, 4 or 5 hours Saturday night, or whatever. And I told the guys, like, we're gonna go all night. You know, I mean, we're gonna if you're up for it, like, we're gonna go all night and get everything we can tonight, because you're gonna be tired and we're gonna be wore out. You know, like, Harley and I both got up at 4:30 Friday morning, worked all day, went to basketball all night, hunted all night. I was like, whenever I go home and go to bed, it's going to be a while before I wake up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but we had a blast with him. I mean, we had some good opportunities. He ended up killing one. We called in a triple. Super weird how they came out. I mean, I never had a situation like that. I mean, we've killed hundreds and hundreds of coyotes, and we set up, howled. They fired off 75 yards from us in timber. Talking about skittish, they one of them come out of the timber. Never even really came out of the timber, but could see him work his way north, disappeared. About 5 minutes later, we're being patient, but I'm still throwing sounds out there. You know, another one does the same thing, up the tree line, disappears, and I'm like, why are these coyotes not coming out here? Pretty soon, another one does the same thing, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, Harley's like, fuck, right in front of us. Well, I turn with the scanner, and all I see is ears at the bottom of my scanner. And I look down, and there's 3 coyotes 25 yards on top of the call.
Gosh.
In the middle of a wide open field. The only thing they could have done was went north, got behind a terrace, and followed that terrace all the way up and just popped up.
I guarantee you they did.
So,
like, they know that terrain.
They run terraces like
crazy.
They know what they're doing. But, you know, I'm really surprised. It took us 15 minutes to get them coyotes out from 75 yards away is where they started, you know. And so Mike was on our right.
And to be fair, it is the end of February.
Exactly. You know,
and this was at the beginning of March. It was the end of February. Yeah.
This place was an area around Harrisonville that's called, the area is called a lot. This property, not per se, but all around it's called a lot.
Those coyotes are called.
But it's easy access for him, you know. I mean, we were 100 yards from the truck. And but we are glowing out in this field. You know, I'm like, I did not expect these coyotes to come in from where they did. I was expecting them to come from 500 yards away. And when Harley said that, he's like, right out front. I turned looking at the back tree line, which is about 430 yards away. And I'm like, and I just see white, you know, and that was the ears of the coyotes. I mean, they were that close. I tell Mike, I'm like, right here, right here, right here. So he turns, he's like, and he's scanning over top of them. Well, I reach down and grab the butt of the gun and pick it up, you know, so he can, and he's like, whoa. He's like, do I shoot? I said, yeah. My guns are never unloaded. You know, I mean, my guns are loaded 24/7. For some reason, I took my gun in the shop.
Apparently not.
Yeah, apparently not.
23/7.
Yeah, 23/7. For some reason, I took my gun in the shop to get a video off the scope, and I unloaded it, and I didn't reload it. Well, and I'd even thought about it a few times that night, like making sure everything's right. I'm like, yeah, gun's loaded. You know, we're good. Everything's good. Like, it's got 10 rounds in the mag. Everything's good. So he flips safety off, click. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. Well, my reaction is just to reach over and load the gun for him. Well, this guy knew his way around a rifle, you know. So he also, I mean, he runs the bolt, and one stops at like 200 yards. He shoots, misses. And they all 3 take off running away from us. And, like, I'm pissed, you know. I'm like, at myself, because I'm like, I just cost this dude a coyote, you know. And probably 2 or maybe all 3 of them if he could run the bolt fast enough. And one stops out there at the very end of the field, and he whack and smokes this thing 370 yards. And I'm like, I said, I thought you said you were a medic. I was like, I'm pretty sure you were a sharpshooter in the military. Like, you ain't bullshitting me, dude. But he was jacked up, and he was all sorts of excited. You know, I mean, you'd have thought he just killed a 200-inch deer. Like,
right. Mm-hmm. And that's what pisses me off. I have not got to experience a dead coyote with any of my dudes yet, which I've only done it in, I guess, 2 years. First year, second year I couldn't make it. Third year it was canceled. And then this year. So our first night, our first stand was a good one. Mm-hmm. We had coyotes.
Yep. But same thing. They were just out on the tree line.
They stayed that tree line. We then thought we had a coyote coming in, but we hadn't verified yet, so we're just watching this thing. And I think you were on it. Mm-hmm. And next thing we know, we see it go, hop. I'm like, it's a bobcat. Like, what was it? Probably 250,
Yeah, probably.
300. I mean, I wasn't positive that we were going to get a coyote out of it, but it ended up being. But we were out there for a while.
Yeah, I mean, because you guys probably had the same scenario. Coyotes sounded off every stand we were at.
Yeah,
Everything we did.
They sounded off, but they would never come in.
Well, except for the one.
Except for the one.
We'll talk about that.
See, that's what was crazy. That's what you guys were saying, and like we literally never heard a coyote howl.
Really?
Well,
Like until that stand.
That first one, they howled 3 different spots. There was one across the road, right in front of us, was just what we wanted, and then behind them to the east or whatever. But it was just like, the thing is, you got to do more work to get in there, right? It takes us time to get out of the trailer. We lost something on that stand. Did you get that back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It takes us. It takes us. It takes time to get in there. Getting set up. So like when the dogs are working, we'll say you're like, let's try to play this out.
Yeah.
I mean, because normally 30 minutes is a long stand. We were there for over an hour and something, I believe.
Yeah, and we had even contemplated moving.
Yeah.
Which with you is I realize a little harder.
Yeah.
Not that we couldn't have moved it. It's just it would have been slower and louder than just walking. But
And once you've already started calling.
now that's what we were worried about.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like that's what we ran into with our guy. Like even though the chairs are really quiet, they still make noise.
Well, they go
They're still
over
a lot
dead
louder
grass.
than
They
you.
go over something.
Yeah.
So we tried to make sure that we got where we wanted to be before we even howled, because we didn't want to pull a coyote halfway and hang up in a tree line watching us, and we're trying to get across the field. So
And the way we did it, which we will now do differently next year, and actually we probably should have figured it out for the first one, now that I think of it.
And that's what it is. I mean, you learn every set.
Yeah.
Kind of each time you learn kind of what you can and can't do and what you can't do. So.
But I had 2 scanners, and so we're like, well, I want Jake to be able to scan without having to use the damn rifle. And so we had the rifle set up on a tripod where the tripod legs, that tripod, were just in, and they were in between his feet. And he had the tripod so he could use it. And that worked well, but then he had my scanner. Did you have the one without the LRF on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was the clearer one. And when we would see a coyote, our plan was we see a coyote, I take that scanner from Jake so that he can concentrate on shooting and not have, a scanner sitting in his lap or something. Right. Sounded like a great idea at the time. But we got to what happened to our second set? That wasn't our second one, was it?
Yeah.
It was our second one?
Yeah.
So we go to one of Aaron's spots.
Yeah,
All these spots we went to Friday night were Aaron's. And we talked to the landowner for a couple minutes, and then we walk in, and as we're walking in, I just scan. And I thought I saw something in a ditch, but I'm like, it's just probably a rabbit or, a raccoon or something. Anyway, we go set up. I go put the call out about 50 yards in front of us. I turn around, look at him, and I'm like, I can't see him. Perfect. It was pretty dark. Saturday night was even better. Mm-hmm. And I go back. I turn around. Everybody ready? Yep. And I hit a rabbit in distress. And then, boom, at the call. Who saw it first?
I think
Aaron,
I saw it.
you
first.
or Aaron did.
One of you two.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't even, preparing yet. I was just starting, and it was at the call. So then you say right here, I pull my scanner up. I'm like, yep, right there. And what's funny is, we've dealt with this with Andy and me. Andy's 6'7". I'm 5'7". And then the coyote notices something's up, kind of trots off a second, but only 10 yards, and then turns back around and looks at us. But I can see him from his mid-chest up. Or at the bottom, the top of his legs and up. So frontal shot all day long. And I say to Jake, shoot that coyote in his fucking face. And you're like, I can't see him.
I saw ears disappear as he said that.
And so the coyote kind of goes off to what would it be, the south?
I don't know.
Sucked
around
it.
there.
Yeah. And you had Aaron on your gun.
Uh-huh.
And so you tried to get Aaron a shot, and that coyote circles all the way around us, gets behind a terrace, and disappears. And then we have a triple, which I'm assuming he was one of them, from that direction, about 500 yards away in the timber, and we could watch them just work that timber and reply to us. And
Yep.
straight
nothing
downwind.
about it.
Straight
Yeah,
downwind.
right.
Like they weren't coming.
Yeah.
But we tried it. We moved a little bit. Actually, 20 yards.
Yep.
I mean, we didn't move much, so that was our opportunity. We probably should have learned our lesson right then and there, but I didn't think it was going to be like that ever
Yeah.
again. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Right.
I
You never
barely
ex-
even deal with that.
Yeah, you never expect that.
So it was just one of them deals.
And that's like for us too, for being one of the guys out there. Like I wasn't a big rush because I knew Aaron was on the gun already a little bit, so there wasn't the quick. Hey, give me the gun real quick. So I was like, opportunity, take it. If you're with me, you're on the gun.
And what did
pull
Aaron?
it.
Aaron wanted
Yeah,
you
I-
to shoot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I might have told him to hold off.
Which once again, that's just kind of a
Yeah.
communication thing. Like,
Yeah.
I think if you were on the gun or I was on the gun, and Jake, like you and I wouldn't have pulled the trigger, we would have. But
Yeah, I mean,
Aaron also had not coyote hunted before.
Yeah,
No,
so
we hadn't.
So
So
we're
we
like,
wanted
well,
to
I
get
mean,
him one
heck,
too, but
yeah.
I was like, I'm hoping this thing comes out to where Jake can get a shot, and then if something else comes in or whatever, obviously we'll let Aaron go. But
Yep.
obviously we wanted to get Jake one first.
Yep.
It just didn't happen.
It just kind of makes me laugh. Like
he was too
Out of
close.
all the things I could have said, is like, shoot that thing in the fucking face.
I mean, he was.
I wish I had that on video,
What-
but I wasn't recording.
What's crazy was the thing was laying down
had
right
to have
there
been,
when you
yeah.
were setting the stand or setting the call out. So
Yeah, it just had to have been in a low spot.
But-
We didn't see it.
I if he would have been 100 yards away, I think we would have had a better chance. Just
Right.
because
Get him out there a
I
little
guarantee
bit,
you, we
yeah.
just startled the shit out of him.
Yeah,
He's like, "What
for
the
sure.
hell?"
Oh, yeah.
He
What
just
was
stood
going
up.
Yeah, just stood up. He's like, "I don't know what that was, but I'm getting out of here."
Well, he came. I mean, he was at the call, so he had to come to it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit.
I mean, if he was in the field, I would have seen him.
sure.
Right, so he
Yeah,
had to
unless he was
be. He
laying
had to be
off.
like,
It was-
in the low spot of the ditch.
Right.
That I bet that was him milling around at the bottom. Now that looking back,
Well,
that
see,
I saw.
but I don't know because we've never been on that terrain before.
Yeah,
We
I've
don't know
never
what
been
type
there.
of ditches
One
or
little
nothing.
bush.
Well, you
or
showed
one
up in
little-
the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Showed up
Never
in the
been
dark.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. And so it's hard to say. Like we're
Yeah.
like, well,
and then so after that happens, the fog rolled in on us. I don't know about
yeah,
you guys, but
yeah.
it just got shitty.
Oh,
we
yeah.
went and did one more, I think. Yeah, we did one more
I don't remember where was it at.
right down the road.
Yep.
Yeah, it was right.
Oh
down
yeah,
the-
yeah. That they freaking sounded off there too.
yeah. No, they
Yeah, we
sucked.
had.
Just a perfect setup again. We did a little bit longer hike, roll, and we went around and like set up. And once again, I liked the setup. It was a rolling hill down, back up to a tree line where we hoped the coyotes were, and they were there. We're like, they responded to us. And we're like, let's get it. Never showed up.
Yeah.
Just kept calling to us. And that's just one of the deals as the caller that pisses you off, because then you're like, what could I have done differently?
Oh yeah.
I think I even did no, that was during the day. The next day I did baby kitten,
Yeah,
freaking
sheep.
lamb. Like, I tried through everything I could at the
Yeah, I did that one time.
Yeah.
This has been several years ago. A buddy of mine were hunting this place, and I ran my normal sequence, that I've been killing stuff on, nothing. And I had a new, I think it was whenever I first got that new Fox Pro, and I'm just playing stuff, just see what it sounded like. Played like a mountain lion scream, played an elk bugle, and all of a sudden here comes a coyote running straight at us, and I'm like, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. He shoots it. I was like, we just called a coyote on an elk bugle in Pleasant Hill, Missouri.
He never heard it before.
I guarantee nobody had ever played an elk
That's
bugle.
that's kind of what I was getting at. I'm like, well, I mean, let me
Sometimes
try
you got to
something
change it up.
Yeah, for sure.
But so that was Friday night. We had planned on, we had talked to Jake, and we had planned on hunting Saturday, and then Saturday night, and Saturday morning. So you guys didn't go hunting.
Yeah, everybody kind of slept in.
Yeah, everybody kind of slept in.
Yeah,
We ate breakfast at 9:30.
Dude, I
definitely slept in.
I slept freaking hard.
So we stopped in Archie and ate at the fishing dock at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, my gosh.
And then came on down. Like after we were done hunting, we stopped and ate breakfast.
And everybody's
'Cause
still asleep.
I asked our guy, I was like, everybody's going to be asleep. I was like, you want to stop and get breakfast? So we stopped at the fishing dock and hung out for a while, ate breakfast, and then rolled in there and everybody's asleep. And they all got up, coming in there, drinking coffee. They're like, what time did you guys get in? I'm like, yeah.
Just now.
Just now.
Dude, those blinds were black. Like, they blacked out
Oh
the
yeah,
sun.
no,
Beds were comfy too.
I slept
dude,
hard.
yeah, Duckhorn. They're doing it right.
Awesome
man.
place.
That's the first time in my sleeping bag since Colorado last time, too. I love that sleeping bag. It's nice. Yeah, I just brought a sleeping bag and laid on the deal and then my pillow.
Yeah, but
I
then
was
so
comfortable.
Saturday we woke up, and what time did we go out hunting? You remember?
And we rolled at like 10:30.
Yeah, it's like
I was gonna say
10:30.
10:30 to 11 because we
I was
left.
going to say something right there.
And So our first set was at the same property. We did our first and second set, right?
Yeah.
We went close, and then we went
deeper.
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just at the end of this
Yeah, we got
block of
you know,
timber, like the end of a drainage.
We were lucky enough. We were able to get a hold of one of our contacts, and he got us some property pretty close to us, or whatever. And so we decided to hit those up again. Never seen these places, never hunted them, nothing like that. And it was big enough. You get 2 sets out of it. So did the first one. I don't know how long we were there at the first call.
We took longer on all of them.
Yeah.
Just to kind of.
I mean, we were probably there for over 2 hours, if I had to guess.
Oh, you mean for both sets?
For both sets,
definitely.
Yeah.
Especially when we went deeper.
Yeah, because that was the big hike.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously we didn't have any luck, and nothing sounded off on those ones. So, and this time of year, it's just going to be hard.
Middle of the day.
Yeah.
Daytime, they're just going to show up.
Right. But nothing happened. By the time we got out of there, we drove around some of the other places, and it just wasn't going to work out.
Yeah, one of them was like a wide open field
Yeah.
at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
What we
I
gonna
guess
do?
there could be one out here laying in the sun.
in a den.
But how are we going to sneak up on?
Right. Yeah. So we ended up going to get some lunch.
What was the place we ate at?
You remember?
Mallard.
Mallard's
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
Oh, that's
they're-
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clinton.
It's really freaking good.
Yeah, it was good
Yeah.
stuff. And then I think it just hit that we were just full and tired. So we went back to the
Took a nap.
Yep.
took a nap.
We
and
sure did.
Waited for everybody else to roll in, ate some dinner with everybody, and then
Your guy was dead ass asleep still.
no,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he left, didn't he?
Yeah, he woke up, packed, and left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because by the time we got, he was already gone. We got back at like
Oh, I thought he was just
2:33,
dead ass asleep.
something like that.
Yeah, because we got there. I think we were all standing. He just disappeared. We were all standing there BSing, talking about our night and stuff. And he's gone. All of a sudden, I walk by that room and I'm like, he's done. I was like, Harley, what do you want to do? And he's like, and you guys all started leaving, going out. I'm like, dude, if I lay down, I'm going to sleep, and I'm not waking up till tomorrow.
Yeah.
And this, I promise you, Mike's not waking up for a while. Like, this ain't going to be no 30-minute power nap.
He called me on Wednesday, and he's like, so what am I in for? I said, well, it kind of depends on what you want to do. Like, you want to go all night long? Yeah. Oh, dude, I'd love to go all night long. Thermal all night? Yeah. I don't think he really understood what all night long means.
Well,
yeah.
and a lot of people don't, until they do it. And, like if –
And there's different versions of all night long.
Exactly.
If you're in dogs all night, you don't even realize.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, like when you are up all day Friday, which I'm sure he was too, you know, we were all up all day Friday working, doing our thing. Then you hunt all night Saturday night. Well, then you got to use Sunday or Saturday to recoup from that. At least some. And then if you go out again Saturday night, you're going to need all day Sunday and half the day Monday before you're back to being normal. You know what I mean? Like these, just like hunting these day and a half, day and night tournaments. Like
I'm not 25 anymore.
No, it'll take you a week to get over that stuff.
Yeah, how'd you
At
do,
least
Mike?
for
Because
me.
you had to get up at 6 the next morning.
That made me laugh.
I did all right.
We'll get into our Saturday night because we got to get into their Saturday because there was a killed dog.
There was.
Yeah, so I mean, success happened during the day. I did not expect that.
I didn't either. I'll give it to you. I did not.
We were giving it the college try, buddy. Let me tell you that. We sat on the first one for a good 30 to 35 minutes. Nothing showed up. Good spot.
You were there on this one, right, Tom?
Yep.
You went.
Tom
yeah.
rolled with us on Saturday. And Chase.
After cooking an awesome breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't just your pancakes are even better than it. Anyway, move on.
It's always better at camp.
That's right. It surely is.
First stand, bust. Didn't hear nothing, didn't see nothing. Set up on a second one. I was skeptical on the setup just for the simple fact what you had was skinny tree lines and no real thick timber anywhere near. But Tom hunts it during deer season, and he says he sees coyotes all the time, so we gave it a shot. We originally started to set up on the west side of the field. We noticed a little kick in on the tree line.
That was actually the third spot.
Is that the third?
Because we hunted the hill. Then we hunted the property right up the way from the hill, didn't we?
The Big Hill?
Yeah.
Big Hill was our last set.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because the Chinese
you're
food
right.
got
It
me.
was the second set. Yeah.
The Chinese food got me.
Yeah, the Chinese food got me. We had to stall for a minute.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking in reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was our second set. We noticed a little kick out on the tree line. I thought that would be better for the wind and the setup. We wouldn't have to pull ourselves kind of on a bastard angle to get everybody set up to kind of call upwind from us.
And we were shade hid.
Correct. So we kicked into this little kick out, nestled back in, started off. I mean, I was kind of wanting my guy to get a bobcat. He was pretty fired up about that. So
That'd been cool.
I started everything off with some kind of distress. Started off with raspy woodpecker on that one. Ran it for 3 or 4 minutes. Nothing showed up. So we moved on. Scrolling through my remote, and I was like, man, I haven't played an interrogation pair in a couple weeks. And at the point they are in the stage of the mating season right
This
now,
should be
that ought to
paired
be
up.
gangster.
Yep.
Like, this is my area, get out. So I let it go one time, gave it a pause, nothing showed up. Let it go again, pause, nothing showed up. So I was actively looking for like a low distress to kind of calm everything down. And I literally punched play on a duet rabbit, and Tom goes, dog. So I just look up, and all I can see is head and ears and just a little bit of its back. And I started to say, I mean, in my mind, I'm going to keep an eye on this dog. Our hunter's over by Tom. So I start to say, get him on that dog, and I got out, get him, and bang! And the dog just disappears. And I'm like, he either completely whiffed it or he stone colded it. So we jump up, we head over there, and this thing is just dead to the wind. Dead as a doornail. Mm-hmm. So we get all fired up. We drag it back. That is his first coyote.
That's awesome.
He got on that gun a lot faster than I thought he was going to, and he earned the nickname Fast Gun Gabe.
Yep.
Because I couldn't even tell anybody what the next step was, and he done clicked the safety and pulled that trigger.
And the shot was like 300 yards, wasn't it?
196.
Okay,
I
I thought it was 190 or 294 or something.
But
like
as soon
that.
as I
Not
said
again.
dog, he nestled down on it. He must have caught the same motion I did. And I mean,
And it wasn't easy to spot. This was probably one of the most blonde-ish dogs I've seen in a long time.
And he was in the sun,
Sure.
right up against a bunch of canary grass. Right. He put a hell of a shot on
Yes,
that dog.
he did.
I
I
mean,
was
a
impressed.
Great shot.
That's freaking sweet.
I was impressed.
Yeah, I saw. I think I texted you, "How's it going?" or something, and you sent me that back. I'm like, I mean, good for him. Because we had just got. I think we had just got done with the freaking
Mile-long walk.
yeah. And on
Roll.
that one where we sat them up. There's this big ass tree. You sat facing the really thick shit where I was hoping a bobcat or a coyote would come out, and Micah just set up our downwind. And I told Micah, if a coyote comes in your way, fucking shoot it.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get him on that dog.
Yep.
This is one of those ones that we're going to get a coyote killed if it shows up, but it didn't. But
Our last stand's the same way.
I think I texted you on the way out because it took us forever.
The
Because
Bataan death roll.
Yep.
we had cut some of that off on our first stand. Well, on the way back, it was all the way out. So,
Yeah.
and it was mostly uphill.
Yep.
So it took your little trail a little longer. I think we got up there. You're like, my chair doesn't have one of these in it again.
Yeah.
But so I mean, how excited was he? Like,
Stoked. I mean, Gabe's not to get an emotion out of Gabe, because I've been around him quite a bit. He keeps to himself. He will talk in a small group. He's not a big group chit chatter. The smile said it all. I mean, when he saw us walking back with that coyote, I mean, you could almost see his pearly whites just glaring in the sun. He was just, I mean, that was his first coyote. He'd wanted to do it for years. We've talked about him coming to the event for years, and he showed up this year, and yeah, the smile on his face said it all.
Yeah.
And I said, now, here's my favorite part about hunting with you guys in these chairs. We don't drag shit. Right. We hooked it to the back of his chair, and I was like, man, I just need to take one of these dudes with me all the time. Right.
Micah doesn't even carry his own freaking hunting material in.
By the time we got to the daytime, he was carrying my freaking tripod and all that.
He's stuck in his tripod in his
You sure you want to go with these guys again?
Is that why the battery went down so fast?
Yeah.
Micah had his damn chair dangling off the back of his chair,
But I mean, it gives you guys a sense of accomplishment when you get to drag your own shit out.
Yep.
It is.
Part of it, yeah.
It's part of it.
Yep.
We drag our own stuff out of the woods. But I don't think it means the same if we're just dragging it right next to them. I mean, we kind of take advantage of the situation because, yes, it is easier. That was a row crop field, so that drag sucked, I promise
Sure,
you.
yeah.
It sucked getting it back to the chair at 196 yards to go the next 300 sucked too. But, I think they get a sense of, like,
Part of
they're
the team.
dragging their own game out.
Well, and they're part of the team. Then,
Yeah.
You know, they're not
They're
just,
playing a part in
Right,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're not.
Like I was saying, just one of the guys.
Yeah.
We're going to do it just the same.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, I'm not carrying your dog or your dog out for you.
Right.
They kind of want to do their own stuff.
Same thing. Yeah.
And that's one thing, like, even when we're not hunting with them guys and we're just hunting, you know, with my buddies, like, that's one thing I love about my buddies shooting dogs and me not. I'm like,
Yeah.
your dog.
You
So
drag.
glad you killed
I'll
it.
go get the call.
Right.
Although
Yep.
that one property where we killed that one the next weekend that we couldn't take you, we all three shot that dog, and somehow I'm the one who dragged it out. Even though I guess I shot it the second time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
You finished him off.
Yeah.
Middle child.
I guess. But and we were sitting like I don't know where we'd stand like sit with them. We were wide open. It was bright. I don't even know how we saw that dog. But so you guys got that done. We went and had lunch, and we came back, and then we asked you because is it okay to say where you live?
Yeah.
All right. So you live in Knob Noster.
Yep.
We had burned all our properties up. So I was on the phone with Bates County and Cass County conservation agents asking about a public piece of ground. And because we're like, this is our only, we don't have any other options. And if we were going to go back out during the day, we're not driving all the way back up north for, the last couple hours of the daytime. So I'm trying to figure out, can we hunt this? Can we not? We already knew one little one that we could, but there was a big one. And so got some – one of the people was really nice. The other one was a dick, by the way. I'll tell you off the air. But
No comment.
Conservation agents. What counties?
Cass and whatever – the river that goes, that big piece of public right there, wherever west of Urich. There's a
Grand River.
So Henry.
Is it Henry and Cass? North. Cass is north, and then
Well, Bates is straight south.
maybe it's Bates. I don't remember. I'll show you. But anyway,
I'm just going to say the Cass County game warden was nice because I live in Cass
she
County.
was.
Yeah.
She was. Anyway, so we said, hey, if you want to go tonight, we'll go tonight, and we'll drive back to my place. So we all three drove our trucks, met at my house, and then we started hunting Saturday night. And then, once again, it was hot. Like, it was even darker, I feel like, Saturday night than it was Friday.
Yeah.
And everywhere we went, I would go set the call out and look at you guys, and you did not exist. I'm like, this is great. Was that our first set, by the way? So Micah secures a new property. The bad thing is the way that wind was working that night was not good, and we had just hunted other properties that week ourselves. So we're like, well, I'm not going back where we just shot 2 dogs 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So I make phone calls, and Micah makes phone calls, and we secure some more stuff up near us. So the first place we go, it looked great. We had to walk a decent amount. The landowner did not want us hunting around the cows.
Right.
So we had to go through the cows, through a gate, and then set up. The only bad thing is it sits on a hill that basically does this. And where you come in, you're kind of like in the middle of the hill, but you can see everything. There's just one steep spot that you can't see. And I start the call. I started with Pear House on that one. Did I start with Distress?
I think you started everything with Distress.
Even Saturday?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I feel like I started with Pear House. Either which way, the Pear House got them up on their feet, and they pop right over that hill. 60 yards. And again, you had the scanner with you. I saw the dogs this time. So I had to get the scanner from you. It took a second, and they figured something. They didn't have our wind, but they couldn't see the coyote in the open grass that I was pretending to be. So, well, you tell the story.
Yeah. Just a whiff, I think. And that's after that point, that's why we decided to just stay on the gun because it was too much of the rush. And then I'm trying to rush everything, get on the dog, and just, squeeze one off a little too early before you're really on it. And whiff.
Yeah, so there was a double. Micah didn't see the second one. I didn't have a gun. Micah had his.
Well, they were close enough. You could only have one in your scope at a time.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just focused on the first one that I saw.
I didn't see the second one either. So
Yeah, I saw both of them because I was in a scanner the whole time. And so obviously once he shot, what's funny is they took off and they started calling back to us. And I tried getting them back. Obviously it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, another one ran down the hill.
It could have been
Yeah.
one of those, or it could have been a third. I don't know. But
Who
one
knows?
ran through the field. Obviously, it was kind of hard because you would have had to turn your chair, and it, just didn't work out. I should have took the split second shot. But
So, then this next spot we go to, I think it was the next spot, the landowner or the person we got the permission from is like, hey, you remember that place we've been to? And I'm like, yeah. You park behind those 2 big trees, and there's a bunch of brush, and you can literally just park, walk down the gravel road in the tractor opening or the field opening, and stand right there. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly where you're talking about. This is perfect. Well, we get there, and they had cleared all that brush. Those 2 trees were still standing, but it was a tree, Jake's big-ass truck and trailer, and then another tree. So we're like, we're here. Let's try it. And it had gotten windy by then, and it was decently cold.
You never know. We nestled up to a Connex and killed the dog.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you never know.
right.
And so we tried it, and we never – that was the one at night that we got no replies. Nothing happened.
I don't think we got many replies the rest of that night.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it pretty much died
That's right.
after that.
Yeah.
Because the last spot we went, I thought was going to be money.
Yeah, I thought for sure
We
something would pop
couldn't
out.
go into the one spot because the landowner had blocked the gates with tires and stuff.
Yep.
So we went in a different entrance, but I still loved the way it looked.
Did you say it was going to be good?
I did. I said, this
That's
looks
why.
good.
That's
This
why.
looks really
You
good.
never say that.
And the wind was good. Like our wind
So
was
it
going.
is your fault.
Yeah, it is.
It 100% is.
Wind was going like towards the road. Like it would have been great. And we sat there for a while.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's got to be something here. Well, I talked to the guy after, and he's like, I've killed so many coyotes and bobcats. I knew it. I knew it would be a good spot.
Yeah.
But it
wasn't
just
the
didn't
night.
happen.
Yeah.
And then it was about 1:30 by then.
Yeah, probably right.
And you had an hour drive home, 45-minute drive. But the one thing that's funny is we get done and like we're used to just getting out of our trucks. Sometimes I take my gun in always, but sometimes I leave my shit in the truck and go in the house, go to bed. But we get back and you're like, hey, could you guys help me put my chair in the truck and break it down? That way I don't have to call my wife and wake her up, at 2 a.m. And you're like, damn, I didn't think of that.
Right, for sure.
I mean, just the stuff that.
That's what we do, though.
Yeah.
That's literally what we do is help them in any way, shape, or form.
But it's the stuff that
From
we take
start
for
to
granted.
finish.
Like,
Yeah.
it's the stuff that we don't even think about. Like, we learned that last year talking to Josh a lot. He has to plan, and I'm sure you do too, every single thing. Like, you can't forget something from the grocery store and then just make a 10-minute trip to Walmart and grab a gallon of milk because it takes you 45 minutes to get ready to even do anything. You know what I mean? So, you don't think about that kind of stuff.
Well, it's just like planning to get ready to hunt and go in the night before and go fill up the truck real quick, hop in and out, go, and you're gone. Like, that's a half hour, 45 minutes just for me to go do that.
Right.
Because it's 15, 20 minutes to get in and out of the truck, just pump gas, get back in.
Yeah.
And it's, it's a lot of wear and tear, tearing my chair apart, putting it back together, in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're like, yeah, sure, what do you need us to do? And blah, blah, blah. And we're like, damn, that would suck. And, we said this after you left. We're like, think about it. When he gets home, he doesn't just get out of the truck and, roll into bed.
Yep.
Right.
I didn't say that. That wasn't on purpose. But it was like, he has to take time getting out of the truck and get into the house. And, all these things take him longer than we're just like, dude, sometimes I'll walk into the house and just done. And I don't have to worry about anything. But
It's all planning around everything. I mean, just with anything you want to do, I mean, those that sit around and feel sorry for themselves struggle with it, and those that you just got to adapt to the world. At the end of the day, it's either the world's not going to adapt to you, you got to adapt to the world. So you just figure it out, or you just don't do it. And that's kind of the difference in people, and getting those people that have sat at home, like that did hunt before and then don't, and that's what this organization does, and feel, I can never get out and do that again, and all of a sudden they get hooked up with us. Is we can do this again.
Yeah.
And it's come full circle for me now, where I've started mentoring a little bit and sitting with some of the newer hunters and stuff this year at deer camp. So it's all walks of life. We all get out of it what you want to get out of it. And like Tom said earlier, if you don't go away with a good time, like, that's on you.
Right.
Well, what's funny is it's for me, I look forward to it almost more than anything else during my coyote season. Like even I love your tournament.
Right.
I used to like other tournaments that don't exist anymore, but like that, I have never got a dog like it's just this thing now that's eating at us.
Yeah.
Because it might not be a competition, but
It is.
we consider it a competition.
Say what you want.
Yeah, it's eating at me that. Like the first year, I don't think we ever had a chance to kill one. That was all.
No,
it was
we
a
did.
daytime.
We
oh,
did.
I
Yeah,
wasn't.
very
with you. That's
end.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, me, Andy, and Pete, and I think we had Josh. I think
Yeah,
it was Josh.
you had Josh.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
That was the most self-control Pete has ever had in his entire life because he had the crosshair on that
Yeah.
dog the entire time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you
Yeah,
guys
I
were
was
trying
gone,
to
that's
move
right.
Josh.
Well, so he shot. He missed. Unfortunately, he was shooting Andy's gun. He,
Oh, he'll have an excuse to miss.
but yeah. So I mean, it just didn't happen or whatever. But you bring up Pete, so just so people, I'm sure we talked about it before, but Pete walks off, and we send Pete, on the other side of this timber line. Me, Andy, and Josh were right there, and we call in a double midday. It was shocking because it was March.
This was the first year we
Yeah,
did it.
yeah, it was the first year, so it was just hard calling anyways. But we call in a double. If I remember right, they were within 200 yards. Well, unbeknownst to us, we are looking at the double, trying to get Josh on it. Pete has another one on the other side of the timber that he is on his crosshairs, and he's just waiting. I don't know what. I can't.
He's
remember.
waiting for a shot.
He's waiting for a shot
Yeah.
to hear Josh shoot, and then he was going to drop that one.
But the thing is, he couldn't. I don't know if he could see the dogs that we were looking at because he was off. I mean, like he was not in eyesight to me, anyways. I mean, he might have been able to see something, but yeah, Josh he shot, missed. It happens. I try to follow up, but it's, if you can get a countdown, sure. But if you're following up someone's shot, it's a little difficult. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time. That was the only opportunity we had, but it was all fresh ground that we never knew.
That first year, nobody killed anything.
Yeah.
No.
That was the one and only time we did it in March, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so was it last year that it got rained out?
That's the second year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay. Last year's the year that we had Josh.
Yep.
Yeah. And last year we were in Utah, so we couldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was
getting back
fire,
from-
man. Josh shot.
You guys did good. And we had to wait till midnight
I know.
because it was literally
February
January
1st.
31st was
Yeah.
the
Oh, so
Friday.
March 1st. Yeah.
Well, February 1st was at
February
midnight
1st,
that
yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So we all sat up waiting to go, and there was only you went with us down to the Connex.
Yep.
And I think you guys were the only ones that actually went out because I don't think Tidmore and them went.
No.
And you guys went. You went for quite a good lick throughout the
daylight.
night. Yeah,
Yeah, we
and because Josh did the same thing.
Yeah.
He came back and crashed. And we just did the one staying at Duckhorn, and Jake shot that dog. I know you hit that
yeah,
dog.
I hit it.
We just, I mean, there was such thick.
Well, that's what I think. Josh shot 3 or 4 last year, and we only ended up getting 1. First stand we went in, and there was 3 coyotes in the field, like 700 yards probably. Funniest thing I ever seen in my life, dude. Because it's dark, like I can't see Josh. He's in a wheelchair, and there's a fence right here, and we park the truck. We see these coyotes from the truck. Park the truck, walk around like this. It's like a feed lot, at these people's cattle farm. And Josh tracks up the gravel driveway. We get him set up by the fence line. We hang the call on the fence down away from us so they're not looking right at us. We howl, and they just come running. And they're circling downwind, 3 of them. And they get like 120 yards, and I got Josh on an AR. I'm watching through a scanner. Or no, I'm watching through my phone. It's Wi-Fi to the phone, Mm-hmm. I'm watching through my phone, and like Josh, it's like all over the place, and I'm like trying to steer it for him. and I'm
Right
like,
there.
yeah, and I'm like, Josh, get on. And so he gets on, and he shoots, and the coyote drops and starts spinning. Well, then it's like this, and it's all over the place, and he's in the chair like trying to get back on there, and I'm watching it. I'm like, it's making me sick. I'm like, where? So I'm like looking through the scanner, looking at my phone, and I'm like, Josh, shoot that other one, because another one stopped, and the crosshairs are just like this, like everywhere. And I'm like, what is going on? He's like, fell out of my fucking chair. And I look over, and Josh is like wadded up on the floorboard of the chair and like trying to pull himself up on the tripod, and he's got to hold the gun, and he's just doing this. And I'm like, that's why I can't. So finally we get him up in the chair. He shoots another one, and it's the one that takes off. So we get one off that stand, and then we went to another stand and called in a triple, and I think he shot 2 of them and lost both of them. That was when we were having a lot of trouble with AR 223 VMAXs. Man, they were like everything we shot with them got away. And but yeah, I mean, it was a blast. Like,
There's a reason why I don't shoot 223 anymore.
there's a reason why I don't shoot VMAXs in nothing.
Yeah, because that happened with me too. The next night we went out last year too. Same thing. I shot, hit the dog, was on it for follow up, and then it click, bang. It was just feed stuck.
Yeah, man, we lost so many dogs with.
I never had feeding issues. I just had issues with dogs.
I never had feeding issues. Yeah, we lost. And
But you know what's funny? 2 buddies of ours that we went with both shoot 223 55 grain VMAXs, and they don't have any problems.
I know that's what
He killed one at 400 yards running.
And we
rolled
did,
that bastard.
We did for a long time, but it's like the last 8 dogs. I mean, that AR is no longer a Coyote rifle. Like
Same. Mine don't even have
I
a
was
scope on
done,
it anymore.
you know.
I gave them up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might get another scope on it for the boys because I don't have another 6 arc quite yet. So
Yeah.
just depends. But yeah. But I don't know. It was fun. Like you get. I mean, we've only known Jake for those 2 days by then. But I mean, I think at first it took some time, but like by the middle of day 2 or by Saturday, we're saying some jokes, and Micah had a little too much fun in his chair. He's just sitting there, just run. He gets in it. I'm sitting down. I don't care.
Those things are cool, man. I'm not gonna
He
lie.
enjoyed
Heck yeah, they are.
I wish they had a high gear. That's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely need one.
Yeah.
But
Our
we
insurance
had
company's glad it doesn't.
we had like a system. By the second day, we'd park. I'd get out, get my stuff set up, get the call out, get the bag out. He'd go get the chair and bring it around to you. And by then, you were already down on your platform.
Yep.
And so, it's still slower than normal coyote hunting, but
Yeah.
we had a system worked out.
Yep.
Landowners here.
Yeah.
Run.
But, you had a system worked out. Andy, this is Jake.
Nice to meet you.
Tom,
How you doing, bro?
for listeners.
How are you?
Andy's ass just walked in.
Yeah.
This is Micah.
Yeah.
And I think you know
I
Jesse.
was gonna say Jesse. What's up, man?
I don't have any mics for you. Hey, I put your paperwork right there, by the way. But yeah, so I mean, it was just fun. Sometimes you get a feel for how someone is or who they are, and so
Instantly.
you're like at the end of the night, you're like, I really hope I played that right, because I told my wife, just some of the. She's like, gosh, you don't even know him to be saying that.
That's what I mean. Like, no, man, we got the vibe.
No, he's our guy. He's our
We
guy.
read
No.
the room.
Yeah. Well, it's like our guy, Harley had already talked to him the whole way up from Urick and stuff to Harrisonville. He's like, we get in the truck. He said, now before you say anything stupid, he's like, I want to let you know Mike is ex-law enforcement and military. And I'm like, and Mike's like, ex. And I'm like, so we take off and we're hunting and we're scanning, we're driving down the gravel road and scanning properties. And I was like, now we'll let you know anything goes if we got a disabled guy with us. I was like, if I tell you to run that rifle out the window of this truck, and he's like, okay. Harley's like, you hadn't believing we were really going to start shooting stuff out of the truck. And I was, by the end of the night, we probably were. I mean, it
got to that
would
point.
happen. Yeah. And,
Which I'm pretty sure that's legal.
Yeah, it is. You just have to have, I think, a paperwork. I don't have it, but I know, like, when I hunted out in Utah, you just had to apply for it and get an extra tag for it and just had it in your vehicle and showed them,
Yeah.
yep, I'm legal.
It's basically a permit to be
Yeah.
allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you can in Kansas, and I found that out after we were hunting a tournament one time. And this property, I had permission to hunt this property, and we're literally sitting in the middle of the road in my Jeep, and there's 4 coyotes like 60 yards from the road. Got my gun on the mirror, safety off, and Harley's like, shoot it. I'm like, and there's a house like 50 yards down the road. I'm like, dude, I can't make myself do it.
I
And
can't
he's
do
like,
it.
And then I tell somebody about it. They're like, that's legal in Kansas. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because these coyotes were in
And
the
to be
middle of a
clear,
wide
you're
open
saying
field.
legal in
Yeah.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were in a wide open, like shortcut hayfield. Like I could have probably got all 4 of them,
Yeah,
before they got
I just
out of there.
stacked it
Like
all right there.
they were not going anywhere, And I'm like, you mean to tell me I wasn't breaking the law? And they're like, no, that's 100% legal.
Something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday. But yeah, it was a great time. I mean, we cut up, got to know Jake. You guys get to, I mean, Tom, you do so much. Brandon, obviously, you guys do so much that you get to know these guys and gals really well.
Man, me and Jake have done a lot this year.
Yeah, we have. We've done what? Dove, pheasant,
Dove,
coyotes,
pheasant, deer, coyotes.
coyotes.
Yeah.
And you've never had more fun than you had with me and him.
Exactly.
Don't say
No, I get all
What
the
the
invites.
hell?
Yeah, no, Brandon's. Yeah, we're always going. McLean's always a good time too, as well.
Yeah.
Raising a good little guy there.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, it was a fun time, man.
That's another thing this organization does. I showed up 9 years ago, to what we consider our flagship event. It is our largest event. As far as I know, we can't really technically prove it, but we haven't found anything bigger. We host the largest mobility impaired and youth upland hunt in the nation. And it is at Duckhorn this year also. I showed up 8 years ago. I was showing up for a part of that event that we used to do that was a fundraiser on Saturday. So guys like us would come out and we would do a European shoot, have a lunch, go home. The following day, the mobility impaired and the kids would show up, do a European hunt, a lunch, and then like a field hunt. I was completely blindsided when I showed up to see these track chairs sitting there. Started asking questions. I got introduced to Pete, and I caught a hotel in Columbia on Saturday night and came back on Sunday and was hooked. The following year, I had my kid go with me, and every person treated him like he'd been there for years.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, he would have been 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
6 or 7. See what I did there? I've raised that kid half his life around this organization, and outside of it, Tom has spent his own time trying to get my kid a turkey because I'm not a turkey hunter. So we were learning together.
Same.
Pete has spent his time outside of that. Another one of our volunteers and mentors, Greg Cole, has spent time outside of the organization on their own trying to help me help my kid get a turkey. Right. It's just the whole demeanor of the entire organization is brothers, sisters, family.
Yep.
All the way through. I haven't come across anybody that wasn't willing to lift a hand to help outside of the organization or what our organization is meant to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's almost overwhelming for new participants as well to see how much help is around and so many hands willing to help you. It's almost like I don't know what to do with this much help because you're so used to having to do it all by yourself or specific ways. So I've gotten to the point this year is like, yep, I need this, go do that. I'm gonna take full advantage of you guys while you're there.
Yeah. You were pretty fucking bossy.
Yep. That's what I'm talking about. That was great. You had a lot of good zingers, I will say.
I was just having a good time.
Yep.
Honestly, I have the most fun doing that. I mean, the hunts are cool.
Yeah.
And watching these guys take their first coyote or their first duck or deer or whatever it is, that part's cool too. But, man, we have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time.
Man, we have some fun.
So,
Well, hold on. So I want to ask him, for anybody that's listening right now that is feeling sorry for themselves or isn't involved because they feel like it might be too much work for them or whatever, what would you say to them? Because there could be just one person that, I don't know, is
On the
depressed
fence.
in a chair and doesn't want to, mess with it. What would you say to them about trying to get involved with this or just in general, trying to get out, back out where they were before?
Any of your local, Department of Wildlife, they have lots of opportunities. The MDC here in Missouri is great. They have their own track chair army, so as long as you're in contact with them, they have opportunities. I mean, just like you guys, wilderness is no better medicine than anything else. So just do it is really at the end of the day. There's no better advice than just do it. There's usually some type of disabled organization group in your area, state to state. Like I said, I've moved out to Missouri 3-4 years ago now, and MDS is what I found out here. I was part of a group back in Utah that I did a part of, and there's really groups all over. Facebook, just search, you're going to find something, or there's guys out there in forums. Like if you want to do it, you just got to ask. Like as you find out, as you come to these events and the more and more you do it, you just got to ask. Like I said, the first year I just had to ask, reached out to Pete on the side because it was too late to get into the deer hunts or anything like that. But I had gotten tags being a hunter from Utah, but just had nobody to go with, didn't nobody from here. Mm-hmm. And so Mike stepped up late. It was like mid-December, late December. I think we ended up going snow. It was snowing, so we just went. Didn't have any luck, but we still got out, and that's all I need, just get out. So just do it. And then now this year, deer camp with Mike and sitting all day sits with him 2-3 days, just like deer camp one of the guys. So.
And that was outside of MDS.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a mutual friend of ours, of me and Mike. I stepped out and focused on my lease this year, and Jake stepped in and took my bed and everything.
Yeah.
But he went down there and hung out with them guys for the weekend of rifle season, opening weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as events for local Missouri, get on Facebook, get on the MDS. There's always events posting up. Keep posted. I mean, the turkey event went up, and it's pretty popular, so it was filled up spots within like an hour when I was up.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I will add to that.
Maybe Tom will have to get us hooked on that too.
Well, they hooked me on it.
I'm the same boat. I could care less about those damn birds.
I want to add to what Jake said, though.
Come help on the turkey hunt.
Maybe that'll do it.
Yeah.
The level of impairment really doesn't matter either, and I want to really put that out there that we have people that use a sip and puff tube to pull the trigger on the firearm. One of our directors created a handheld, I mean, it looks like a pistol, and it's got a trigger on it, and it is connected to the trigger on the actual firearm for the guys that can't raise their arms up to the firearm. But they're still getting to pull that trigger. They're still playing that part in it. So the level of impairment, if you think it's too much,
It's not.
it's not.
Right.
It's not. We will overcome just about anything that
Figure it
we
out.
need. Yeah, we figure it out.
Yep.
Trying to figure out the iPhones on the scope was a pain, though.
Yep.
That's because you have an iPhone.
Well, any of the phones, it didn't matter. But just trying to get them
Those phone scopes, yeah.
calibrated up to the scope, because of like Jamie, he couldn't get down, so he has to sit up, but then he can put the crosshairs in through the phone. But now he's got it to where he hits record.
You guys
He's
need to
right
get hooked
there.
up with, was it online?
All in.
All in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had multiple softwares, and it's much better.
Yep.
What were you going to say?
Well, they pretty much covered what I was going to ask. So I was just going to say, for somebody that might be interested in doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just,
well, what about the volunteer side? How does who do they need to talk to if they decide, hey,
So-
we want to volunteer, or, hey, I got some property.
as long as you are a felon or a sexual predator, you can. No, I'm just kidding.
No. No. And to the second one, hell no. Yeah. You might become the target.
Go run out in that field.
Yeah. There's a couple different ways. I would say the best way to do it is through Facebook. Look us up. Ask some questions. Send some messages on Facebook. Or really, honestly, I mean, there's a couple of our events that you can really just show up to.
Just come to them.
If you're local to Kansas City, we do a Sporting Clays fundraiser down at Polecat in Harrisonville. I don't turn a single volunteer away on that because, I mean, we host well over 120 to 150 shooters at that event. And last year, I think we had 9 mobility impaired on different levels. A couple guys walking on crutches.
Bunch of youth also.
And a bunch of kids.
Bunch of youth.
And I got to have mentors at every station. We got food to put out. I mean, that's a heavy lift day that somebody could kind of come and just feel out the equation, feel out the atmosphere, and not have to be responsible for getting a guy on a turkey or a deer and things like that. It's a little easier to get your feet wet at an event like that. But all of our events are on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
And we're at a place now where we have enough mentors that you're not going to get paired up with somebody alone.
By yourself, yeah.
You're going to go out with a mentor who's been out with these gentlemen and ladies multiple times. They know how to fix the chair, because sometimes a lockout happens.
Yep.
First couple times I went,
I was nervous.
Solo. Yeah, I was solo.
I was
and I'm
so
like,
nervous.
hey, this chair doesn't go anywhere. Oh, well, you need to get underneath it and turn. Those types of things.
So we're leaving it here. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't happen that way anymore. So.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot more volunteers, and a lot of it, some of it comes from that sporting clays. People showed up and shot it and said, "Man, this is awesome. I want to be part of it." And the pheasant hunts had picked up, like you stated. Those types of things.
Yeah, and it's usually like everyone's story is came to one thing randomly and 7,
Stuck.
8, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
They're still a part of it.
Can't
Still a
leave.
part-
Yeah.
Yep.
Can't leave.
Yep, part of the family.
I
So,
told Pete you're not going to be able to shake me when I come back the next Sunday. I said, I'm in. The guys started showing up, and they were transferring from their wheelchairs to the track chairs, and they were driving around, and we were going out and shooting pheasants. I'm like, dude, I'm stuck. You're not going to be able to shake me, dude. Like, I want in. I'm all in.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've had a ton of people from the tournament that didn't even know it existed, and they see the track
Yeah.
chair there, and they, like you were there this year.
Yep.
You get to talk to people and see what it's all about, I mean,
You guys have been a huge help when it comes to the coyote hunt.
we wanted as many people to be involved in it as we can. And like I said, I didn't know what it was before, I never even knew it existed before.
I'm not even sure how
5,
we
6 years ago.
found out about it.
I don't know if Pete got a hold of us or if we got a hold of Pete or
I don't think we probably did.
he might have reached out to us.
Yeah.
He handled that the first year. You guys just showed up. I didn't know any of you. I'm like, hey, fellas. And I think I actually met you at the tournament,
Yeah, we met you at the tournament before
like-
we even knew.
Yeah, out
3
by
or
the-
4
out-
weeks
out by
before
the
that.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out by the fire, yeah. It had to have been Pete. Maybe he just, I don't remember how, but he asked. Yeah, it was an email. We were all included in the same email. And he asked if we would be interested in doing the first ever.
Yeah.
We're like, hell yeah. And what? Say it. Yeah, I was after you guys. Yeah. And Pete was with us. Trying to buy a house that day, if I remember correctly.
Got in a fight with his wife over there. He had to get up. He's like, I got to go, guys. Sorry.
But, yeah, it's been great. And, yeah, I never saw any coyotes. But it was great. All right, so one last time, Brandon, how can people support, volunteer, even if they just want to donate some money so that you guys can provide, more track chairs, more whatever. How can they help y'all out?
It's MissouriDisabledSportsmen.org is our website, and then we have a Facebook page, and we also have an Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we'll tag all those. Hey, Tom, Brandon, Jesse, and most importantly, Jake, thanks for coming on today and talking about this awesome, coyote hunt. While we didn't get anything killed, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Next year, we'll get it done.
All right.
You go with me next year.
No?
I got you. Yeah. You're sitting by your next 2 guides if you want to kill a dog.
All right.
I got the places.
All right.
Just saying. You could have killed 2.
Yeah. Should have had one killed.
It's only a 20-minute drive. So.
Nice.
Awesome. Hey, guys, thanks for coming on.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
for having
Yeah,
us.
thanks for having
Thank
us.
you very
See ya.
much.